is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our 1-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe and Africa. We can also be heard on the internet at www.ri.ro, Channel 1. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter and other social media platforms. Our programs are also available on TuneIn, Radio Romania International 1, and in Europe via satellite Eutelsat 16A on 11,512 MHz, vertical polarization, azimuth 16 degrees east. We wish you good reception conditions.
Hello, this is Daniel Biltz at the microphone with the news, the headlines. The ruling Social Democrats and Liberals have decided the first round of the presidential election in Romania take place on November the 24th and the second on December the 8th. The third meeting of the Romania, the Republic of Moldova, Ukraine trilateral at the level of foreign ministers is taking place in Chișinău today. And Romania's football champions, FCSB, have won the country's Super Cup after a 3-0 win against the former cup holder, Corvinul Hunedoara, of the second league. The ruling PSD and PNL have decided the first round of the presidential election in Romania take place on November the 24th and the second on December the 8th. Furthermore, the coalition has decided a parliament election be held on December the 1st, Romania's National Day. The government decision on the election schedule was endorsed in its session on Thursday. The opposition parties were also attending the consultations launched by Prime Minister Marcel Ciolacu on the issue. The presidential elections were supposed to take place on September the 15th, as initially agreed upon by PSD and the PNL. Later, the Liberals reconsidered the agreement. The two parties haven't announced their candidates for the presidential election yet. The third meeting of the Romania, the Republic of Moldova, Ukraine trilateral at the level of foreign ministers is taking place in Chișinău today. The head of the three diplomacies, Luminița Odopescu, Mihai Popșoi and Mitro Kuleba, are going to hold talks on cooperation in the field of energy and infrastructure, Mold Press news agency has announced. The aforementioned trilateral was launched in 2022 upon the initiative of the then Foreign Minister Bogdan Aurescu. This format has as its main goal cooperation between the three countries in the context of the Russian invasion and the crisis faced by Ukraine and Moldova. The first meeting in this format took place in September 2022 in Odessa, and the second one in Bucharest in April last year. The first matches of the quarter-finals of Euro 2024 will be taking place in Germany today. The host country will be up against Spain, while Portugal will be playing France. On Saturday, England will be up against Switzerland and the Netherlands takes on Turkey. We recall that Romania's national side left the competition in the last 16 after a 3-0 defeat by the Netherlands. Romania's football champions, FCSB, have won the country's Super Cup after a 3-0 win against the former cup holder Corvinul Hunedoara of the second league. The match has officially opened the new domestic season. FCSB, CFR Cluj and Universitatea Craiova will be representing Romania in the European Interclubs competitions. In the first 5 months of 2024, Romania received 2.5% more tourists than in the same period last year, according to data released by the National Institute for Statistics, INS. 81% of them were Romanian tourists, whereas foreign visitors accounted for 18%. The number of nights spent in Romania grew by nearly 2%. In this case also, the largest number was made up of Romanian tourists who accounted for 79%, whereas the number of foreign tourists stood at 21%. Foreign tourists from Italy, Germany and Britain spent time in the capital city Bucharest, in Brașov, central Romania, and Cluj-Napoca in the west. According to the INS, roughly 7 million Romanians spent their holidays abroad. Most of them resorted to road transportation, while 1/3 used air transportation. Romania and Malta have concluded a protocol on avoiding double taxation and preventing tax evasion. The document has been signed by the foreign ministers of Romania and Malta, Luminița Odobescu and Ian Borg, respectively. The two officials have tackled issues on the agenda of the European Union and the UNO. The head of the Romanian diplomacy highlighted the readiness of the two countries to provide support to Ukraine and hailed the efforts of Minister Borg to make sure that the OSCE, whose presidency is ensured by Malta, contributes to the management of the conflict's multiple outcomes. In turn, the Maltese president has underlined the challenges the OSCE is facing, mainly in terms of migration and the Middle East situation. Romania and Malta established diplomatic relations in December 1932, and that was the news.